Okay, so first step here is loading the dots into my tensioning jig. So I have my 6 micron mylar that has been sputtered with 24 karat gold for me up near my little place up near San Francisco. And I put that mylar in these tensioning jigs. Okay. And then the next step, it might be a little unorthodox, but I use my soldering iron to cut the mylar around the tensioning jig. And look how beautiful that came out. It just lifted right off. Isn't that beautiful? Alright. Well, there's one ready to go. Okay, now here are 8 dots that I have put into the tensioning jigs and have tightened a little bit. I'm skipping a couple of proprietary steps that you don't need to see that are company secrets. And now we're going to do the next step of we're going to tension them and then we're going to make capsules. Okay, so now that we've got our diaphragms tuned and tensioned how we want them, we're going to start building a capsule. So this capsule brass that I use is cut for me in Simi Valley, California. I'm trying to make this thing as fully American made as possible. I do buy these little plastic rings overseas because they're just so cheap, but I still haven't been able to source this piece here in the United States. Okay. Let's see what we need to do here now. I need to put in this center ring. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes because you don't want to slip. Poke your screwdriver through the capsule. I don't tighten that up all the way until I've already got all the screws in and tightened down. I like to get this one in first. Okay, you probably don't need to see all of these screws go in. Alright, now that I've got all of the screws in and I've tightened down the center screw a little bit, I take a nice old sharp screwdriver and cut that mylar all the way around to take the jig off. Et voila. And then we will test our capacitance. This one's reading 82.3. What we've been looking for is we want them between 78 and 83, 82.3. And what I'm going to try to do is also make the other side read that number as well, so that we have a matched capsule. So if this goes into a figure-8 mic, it'll be absolutely equal. Okay, come back in a second. Okay, we got lucky. We measured this one. It was 82 picofarads. So that's pretty darn close. cut it out of its little jig, and then we're going to go back and trim the edges here and install it on the microphone and give it a listen. Right, now I have trimmed the edges of the capsule, and I just finished assembling this. This is a TM1 that's going out tomorrow, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this capsule on this mic and then test it. So we'll carefully screw that onto the saddle there. So that it doesn't go anywhere. Let's tighten that one up a little bit more too. Yay. And then I like to use a little teeny bit nail polish instead of Loctite, just to lock that in place. Alright. Now let's get those in there. Okay, let's see if we can get this so that you can see it. I like to get a little teeny needle nose plier in there and solder this directly to the switch. So that when we hit the switch and put the two diaphragms together, we get our Omni, and then this is the front of the capsule, goes directly to the switch and to the tube. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, and then we will put a tube in it and test it.
Sure, for example, I am sure they look at...
Alright, here's the finished assembled TM1. Ready to go. It will have its final testing and packing in a little bit. So this capsule is the same capsule. I used the same capsule in a TM1, a TM2, and the TM47 as well.